Ever since my very first video of Fortnite, where I will admit I wasn't that good, I've improved a lot, and I've been scoring some first places recently, so I'm going to cover these matches where I got first place, and I got some cool kills in detail, and how I was able to get them, so I can help you improve your Fortnite game as well. Coming up on this first clip right here, we have a very solid strategy on how to win Fortnite games, and I dare say the best. While it not maybe the most exciting, probably one of the most surefire ways to win a Fortnite game is to camp. I mean, camping has always been a good strategy if you want to have a high chance of winning in games, like even Call of Duty and stuff. But Fortnite really helps you secure the victory here. And you can see like these people are battling it out and they don't even notice me while I'm bush camping right here. But it would not be a good idea to go and fire at them, because when you fire a bullet in Fortnite, it reveals your location and all the enemies will know where you are, especially in such an enclosed space like this. So basically your best chance here is to wait for the storm to close in and then run to another bush that is in the safe zone. After a little while of bush camping, I decide the storm's going to close, so I try to find a new spot to camp. I don't see a bush nearby, so I just decide to camp in this little brick outhouse here. And this is not as safe as bush camping because you cannot see where enemies are coming from, even if you can hear their footsteps. But hey, better than risking it out there. So now we're just gonna fast forward this up to see, the storm closing and maybe one or two people getting eliminated. And now the storm has spawned in a faraway spot from me. This is bad, quite bad, considering that I'm going to have to travel through open field to go there. So I decided to wait just a little bit before going, because even if I don't want to encounter any people along the way there because they might have the higher ground or something. And see, when you have the higher ground on a game like Fortnite, they're gonna win. Even if their aim is really bad, it's going to be really hard for you to shoot up. So try to avoid engagements as much as possible, especially when entering into the top 10, because you need your health and shield. After about 20 seconds of waiting, I decide to make a break for it. And you can see me uncrouching right here and leaving this room. Now I try to look for people on the way. I see one there. I hope he doesn't spot me, but I think he did. And what I do right here, I decide to stop engaging and build walls, and that very well might have just saved my life. Now, I don't know what he shot me with, but he brought my health down so fast. And had I continued shooting at him, I would have continued dying because he would have still landed shots on me. And I only needed one more shot to die. I don't know how much more shots he needed, but I didn't want to take that chance. And as you can see, he got sniped. Now, if he had not engaged me, he might have survived, and had I not built the walls, he might have died anyway. But hey, in this scenario, I'm alive and he isn't, and that's one more person eliminated, and now there are only two other people, and that is exactly what I want. Just to be the last one standing, not to get the most kills or anything, but just to be the one to survive. So here I am traveling to the inside of the circle. I see a big fort there. I do not want to contest that. I have a grenade launcher, but grenade launchers make a lot of noise and they're really hard to aim. So I am just going to camp right here. So I hear this care package drop. It actually really scared me. I thought it was a dude firing a gun. But I decide to go up a ramp to get a better angle just in case someone decides to make a foolish move and go for it. Then I see a lot of gunfire. And I see the survivor, and I quickly take him out with my scar, securing me the win. Now, this was very lucky. I had an angle on them where they didn't see me, and I was able to take free shots. But you will not always get encounters like that. So, often what you have to do is just continue hiding until the people eliminate each other, then have enough skill to win the 1v1. Now right here in this clip is an example of how to win an engagement with someone who has a better position than you do. I do not want to be on the ground while he has a massive fort, so I built just a tiny one to provide me some cover. He came out to shoot my fort, so I shoot him with my shotgun, taking off probably all of his shield and some health too. I hate having the lower ground, so I want to build up so I can have a fair fight with him. I see him trying to shoot, I missed the jump shotty, and just in case he peeks out, I shotty again. Now, I want to try and surprise him from behind, so I end up building behind his fort, and I have a little trouble with the building here, but he was expecting me, but I was able to land that lucky jump shotty. Rushing up so aggressively right here was a mistake. I ended up getting shot for almost all of my health, and if I didn't land that lucky jump shotty of mine, I very well would have died. Building a massive fort is also a really good way to win. You'll have the high ground and you'll also have a lot of angles. My enemy is somewhere around these trees right here, but I want a better vantage point, so I go up higher in my fort to try and find him. And right there, he is running right there. So I decided to take some pot shots at him because he has to come into the storm. And right there, I did something that not a lot of people do. I shot down the cover. Now if you have a lot of bullets, you can easily do this. And my enemy was really relying on that tree to give him cover. And without that tree, he was dead meat. Also, just as a side note, grenades are a very useful weapon to have. My enemy was trying to build some walls here, so I ended up just lobbing all of my grenades to eliminate him. And grenades will take out walls, even if they are like metal walls and stone walls, and he was forced out of cover and he had to run. So I kept lobbing the grenades and eventually he was blown. Grenades can be really good at taking down the enemy's cover. And this could prove very useful, especially if they had more materials, because then they might gain the higher ground and get an advantage. And you don't want that, so be sure to just chuck a grenade to make their fort come crashing down. And last but not least, as a final but fairly obvious tip, don't go immediately for the loot when you kill your opponent. Now, here's a guy I was just able to pick off because he was running and I had the higher ground. I didn't go for the loot right away. And right there was another guy just immediately running for the loot. And I was able to kill him while he was grabbing the loot, and I was able to get his loot too. So don't go chasing after people's loot immediately. But yeah, those were just some examples and tips of how I was able to secure my first place wins in Fortnite. And if you follow these, I'm sure your chances of getting a first place will also go up as well.